I don't care how hard life gets or what God got waiting for me. My soulmate is not a woman with 3+ kids. It just ain't gonna happen.
Why are y'all attacking somebody that said that they know their soulmate is not a woman with 3 kids, bro? Like, I saw that video, I went to the comments, bro. It had like 2,000 comments, bro. Mad people was hating on him.
All right, I've got an interesting topic for you today. Why females get upset or triggered when a man's preference is to have a woman with no kids. I personally had my own experience of being attacked on this subject. Whether it was in country or abroad, when I came to the Philippines, it seems whenever the subject came up, what I was looking for in a relationship, I would say these things that I would want a female companion, and especially one that's not a single mom. And then all hell would break loose and females would get in their feelings, triggered and upset. I personally feel there's nothing offensive about it at all. It's just a preference, and everybody has their preferences. Well, apparently I'm not the only one. I found a video of a man out here, who experienced the same thing, and he has a, personal preference that he wants to find in a female companion. He doesn't want to have a woman that has 3+ kids. Well, here's a TikTok content creator, and he goes by the name of ITZGTV on TikTok. So let's take a look and see what he has to say.
I don't care how hard life gets or what God got waiting for me. My soulmate is not a woman with 3+ kids. It just ain't gonna happen. And I know a lot of y'all gonna attack me for this, but I'm just saying, as a man with no kids, 1 kid, maybe. 2 kids, depends on your personality. 3+, nah, baby. I can't rock that boat.
After he posted this video, it started receiving likes at about over 6K. But it also received many comments from some pretty triggered women, especially from the black community. But as you can see, many people agreed with him, like this one saying, "It's absolutely crazy. Imagine raising another man's bloodline to be a productive citizen while giving the middle finger to your parents who want their grandchildren, not someone else's." Another person says, "I don't blame you at all, bro." And then comes the comments like at the bottom, "Haha, watch what God's going to do for you." And this lady says, "It's all good. I can't date a man with no kids." And then another one jumps in, "We don't want you. We see why you have no kids. Trust." Wow. And another one goes, "We don't want you anyways." And I don't want an overweight man with man boobs. I hope you fall in love with a woman with 3+ kids. Wow, it's just horrible stuff these ladies are putting on. They're just going at this dude. But wait, there's more. First off, you're acting like you're a catch. Laugh out loud. It ain't gonna happen. Like, be for real. Y'all wasn't listening. He said a man with no kids. Me personally, I'm not doing a woman with 1 kid. And this is how a lot of men actually feel, We want to have our own, legacy. Most men want their own children. They don't want to have to share children with other men, especially a woman that has multiple baby daddies. That's just... Well, anyway, we got other comments here. Well, look at this black man's post and how rude y'all are being because he ain't out here making baby mamas. Women are fighting for validation because of your preferences, yet they choose the bear over a man. But if you choose the kidless woman, you're a bad person. Laugh my ass off. Yeah, like really make it make sense.
Why are y'all attacking somebody that said that they know their soulmate is not a woman with 3 kids, bro? Like, I saw that video, I went to the comments, bro. It had like 2,000 comments, bro. Mad people was hating on him. Like, I can't have a preference, bro. And not even a preference. Let's just think logically for a second, bro. If I have no kids, why would I want you to have 3 kids, bro? And if you have 3 different baby daddies, bro, you're a lost cause. Even if they're by the same man, bro, you gotta go get your soulmate back because it's definitely not me. Respectfully, he was being too nice to y'all because he said maybe 1 or 2, might be his soulmate if you have 1 or 2 kids. Like me, bro, if I have no kids, bro, my soulmate is not somebody with kids. Like, you're bugging the fuck out. And the crazy part is he didn't even mention race in his post, but like there was a lot of black women that was like, oh, it's mad disrespectful to black women, it's disrespectful to single moms. Like, how is that disrespectful? You made your choice. This is my choice.
Hey, so listen, let's talk about this, right? So I made a video a couple days ago about talking about my soulmate is not a woman with 3+ kids, right? And it blew up. So a lot of people was agreeing with me in what I said because I'm a single male. I have no kids, right? I have no kids. And there was some women that felt hit by what I said about saying like, I would not date a woman with 3 kids, right? 3+ kids. Now, let me tell you this. Under my video comments where there was a guy who was bashing women with kids and said that they didn't have any value, I said every woman that God put on this green earth that we walk with 2 feet has value, and she does. I value every woman because I come from a woman. So I'm not going to take any value away from any woman that has a kid or does not have a kid. I feel like they are equal. Everybody is equal that walks this earth that God created. But what I was saying, my personal preference, and I'm not saying that I'm a prize, I'm not saying I'm a 10, I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying my personal preference, me personally, I will date a woman with a kid because I have before. Kids, I love kids. Even though I don't have kids of my own, I love them. But I said that when it comes to dating a woman with 3 or more kids, that's just not my particular preference, because at the end of the day, a woman with 3+ kids, you're not going to be the sole attraction of her life. You're not. And I am a very jealous person because I can give you all of my attention because I don't have any kids. If you have kids, I know and I do not expect to be the full attention of your life. That's just not going to happen. But the women that are coming from me is crazy because I'm going to shed a light on my situation. I'm 24. I just turned 24. I just graduated college last year. I graduated with a BA of science, exercise science, concentration, physical therapy, right? I'm currently trying to work on my doctorate. I have not decided where I'm going to go for my doctorate, but I have decided that I'm going to further my education in physical therapy. I'm not a prize at all, but I know I have certain things and goals in my life that I want to meet, and I know that me dating a woman of 3 probably isn't going to be the best thing for my situation, because I know even with the money that I make is good money as a scratch practitioner, scratch therapist, by the way. I know that I have money to put towards other things, and I know that if I'm dating a woman with 3+ kids, I would feel obligated myself to help her in her situation, whether she's struggling or not. You cannot have the cow without the calf. And I know I got my own photography studio and everything. I make great money, but I know it's other things with my life that I want to accomplish that we will be in 2 different points in life. That's all I was saying. My preference is my preference. You cannot attack a person because they have a specific preference. I wasn't saying that women of 3+ kids have no value, because they do. Everybody does. I was just saying in my situation and what I'm going through in my life, I just would kind of steer away from that. Now, if that's what God wants for me, and he constantly is banging it at my door and my life is where I wanted to be, I wouldn't mind. But right now, nah, that's not my preference. But for y'all who are attacking me and y'all women who feel hit, I've never said that y'all don't have value.
I see you, bro, and I know exactly where you're coming from. Even I had discussions like this with females. Then they got triggered just because of a preference. Everybody has their own preference of what they're looking for in a mate. And unfortunately, it's a fact that most men, especially single ones, we're not out there purposely looking for babies' mamas to hook up with and have more babies with. It's something about wanting our own legacy. You know, we want to raise our own kids and have our own legacies. You don't want to be with somebody that has, 3+ kids by 3+ baby daddies. And the females never seem to look at it from our perspective of saying you're bumping heads with the baby's father. You can't. The kids aren't biologically yours. You have no say over them. And then you got issues with the baby father. You're bumping heads when you're having disagreements, arguments, fights, everything else. On top of that, if things go bad, you break up, you're breaking up with the kids too. And this is all after you even had a bond with the kids. Now, if you got married and you get divorced, the kids aren't biologically yours. You're paying alimony. You're paying for the divorce. You're paying, all this stuff, and you're losing out on the kids too, which aren't biologically yours, and you have no say over them. So it's more of an L for a man to take that has no kids, getting with the woman that has the kids. And these are some of the reasons why we have these kind of preferences as men. Now, as for female having kids and everything, there's nothing wrong with dating a female that has kids. There are men out there that are prepared to take on that role and that responsibility and willing to take, that place in the child's life with the single mom. But again, that's not everybody. Everyone's entitled to their own preferences in the end. What's crazy is when other people get mad over your preference. Like, say, I like butter pecan ice cream. Somebody else loves chocolate. That's a preference. That's your own personal preference of what you like, your taste, and what you're attracted to. That's your business. And who's going to get mad at you for wanting what you want? I mean, like, really, am I not allowed to have my own preference and what I want in a companion? Really? Make it make sense. But anyway, I'm going to end this video for today. But before I leave, I just want to say I'd like to hear your opinions on this subject. If you could just leave it in the comment box and tell us how you feel about this kind of situation. Are men allowed to have our own preferences as to what kind of woman we want and want to marry and have kids with and date? Well, anyway, thanks for watching, dropping by. I really appreciate your time, guys. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment.